Cutler, la regista del film Sofia Coppola, Marc Jacobs, il protagonista del film.
I'm very grateful to Jane and RJ Cutler, who make great documentaries, and for asking me to do this, because I would have never thought to try to make a documentary. It's not something I know how to do, and it was exciting to do something I haven't done. And when they asked me to do a film on Marc, I thought, no, I can't do that. It's too much pressure. It would have to be good because he's my friend and I love him. And then I kept thinking about, oh, it would be so fun to look through all the archives and revisit. We've been friends for 30 years, and to get to revisit his incredible body of work that I grew up with. And then they were starting a new collection, and I thought, oh, I would love to see really the whole process from the very beginning to the final show. And so it was really, we came to the office with my brother, and it was very personal. It felt like a home movie, and sometimes I would just come alone with my camera, and Marc and his whole team I know, and they were very open to it. So it was an exciting new process for me.
Well, it was very easy to say yes to Sofia. You know, I feel very comfortable, and as she said, we've been friends for so long, and I was excited by by Sofia's attitude and approach to a documentary, which wasn't conventional. It was much more organic and natural, and I didn't really question her about it or anything. I just kind of went along with whatever she was into doing, and then looked forward to seeing what she would create out of not only what she recorded, but what she knew from my past and references and all kinds of stuff. And I think it's great, a really beautiful portrait.
The first question goes to Sofia. How long did you think whether to say yes or no when you were asked to make a documentary?
Yeah, I was really happy to be able to film the show in a more cinematic way, because you usually see them the way that they have to be documented for a fashion show. But we tried to stay out of the way, and I don't think we intruded on the show. So I think because they had cameras that they had to record the show, and then we were able to set up alongside. So we tried to be as invisible as possible.
Was it fun for you, Sofia, to film a fashion show?
Yeah, I loved it, and I also loved being backstage, because I had never been backstage before, to see like that energy and stress and excitement right before the show, and then to be able to to film the show with these long lenses in a more cinematic way, and just to see the beauty and the detail of all the work that went into the show.
My grandmother was really cool. She was really a really important person in my life. I lived with her, and she was of a generation that, or she was of the belief that you took care of clothing, you took care of beautiful things, and that it was more important to have little of quality things than many of an inferior quality. And so she really instilled in me like a respect and this kind of custodian attitude, where it's like, you have beautiful things, it's your responsibility to look after them and take care of them. And I'm really grateful that she did teach me that, because they're values that I truly believe.
To certain pop culture and certain eras. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Me?
Both of you.
Oh.
Yeah, I wanted it to feel personal, but it was a balance, because I didn't want it to be about me, but I wanted to have the sense of our friendship, and that it was being made by a friend, and not through my point of view. So I wanted it to feel like it was made by me, and I wanted to make sure that the audience felt included in that it felt personal, and they were brought in and never felt like it was an inside joke that they weren't a part of. So that was something I tried. It was important to me, and then just weaving together all the inspiration and references was really exciting. Also, not to have a script or a plan. So that part was exciting, and also, it was a new process to find it in the editing room.
No, I mean, it's true. I've chosen to be very honest and open about things that other people feel shame around, and I just find it benefits me, like not to feel shame, and the only way to do that is to be frank and open and honest. And I knew this wasn't going to be a Barbara Walters interview where I was going to like be stuck and like, you know, choke on some detail or some controversy or something like that. So I knew that wasn't what we were doing. And I wouldn't imagine in any way, shape, or form that that would be something Sofia was interested in doing. So it wasn't a concern. But if it had come up, I would have been just as open about it as I've always been.
Sure.